down. Your heart will be kept safe and sound. But I don't wanna love you when I'm faded. You're the picture perfect, you're what my mind painted. And I don't wanna lose what we've got tonight.
So I just thought I would quickly do you a video of what I eat in a day for a bodybuilding competition prep. So I am 12 weeks out, so this has changed throughout my prep. My calories are coming down now as I get closer to show. So I just want to show you what I'm eating 12 weeks out so you can see the sort of things that I eat. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna advertise this as if it's the world's nicest 5-star gourmet meal, because it's not. It's bland, it's boring, it's clean. So yeah, I'm just going to go through everything I eat. We're going to start off with breakfast. I'm just preparing that now. So I'll show you what I have. Okay, so meal number one is probably my favourite meal of the day, which I have like right at the start of the day. I would prefer to have this in the evening, just because it gives me something to look forward to. But I do have something similar. I do have a yogurt bowl at the end of the day, but I don't know. I just don't really feel the plain yogurt, the vibes. But yeah, so we're going to start off. We've got 50 grams of oats. Okay, I'm going to have to do that again because it wasn't on 0. Okay, so make sure it's on 0 before you start. So 50 grams of oats. I then put water in the bowl to just so it covers the oats. And then I get 100 grams of berries. Now I really like just having raspberries, so I just have 100 grams of them. And then what I do is I microwave it now. So obviously the raspberries are frozen, so they will go soft. I have to add my protein powder in after. I can't tell you what a difference this makes, adding your protein powder and mixing it in after it's been microwaved. I always find no matter what protein powder I use, if I put it in and then microwave it, it goes clumpy. I just don't feel it tastes as nice. And the protein powder that I've got now mixes so well afterwards, and gives it a really nice flavour. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of microwave protein powder. If you find that your protein is going lumpy, then definitely try this little trick. I don't know if it's a trick. Everyone always puts their protein powder in the microwave. I literally hate it. So I'm just going to microwave this for 2 minutes. Okay, so it's just finished in the microwave. So what I'm going to do now is going to add 25 grams of protein powder. So I'm using the Prosy real whey protein, and it's in strawberry banana flavour. Now this matches so well if you're having berries. Honestly, the taste is just so much nicer. It takes the bitterness out of the raspberries. So yeah, it's really good. Strawberry and banana flavour is literally the flavour I get every single time that I do my order. I have tried others before, but this is my favourite. So all the links and codes I'll put in my description, just so you've got them if you do want to check them out. Obviously, if you have your own protein powder that you're happy with, just stick to that. But I do 100% recommend this. So if you are struggling with protein powders, then this is that symbol. Perfecto. I'm so cringe. I need to add 25 grams. And I do actually like my oats more runny. I do find that if they're quite stodgy, I struggle to eat it. 25 on the dot. So 25 grams is basically 2 of these scoops. They're only little. Honestly, put your protein powder in after. Make it a little bit runnier, because I find that if it's too thick, you can, when you get into prep, go off porridge. I went off porridge for quite a while and I was really struggling to eat it. And then I started making it more liquidy and it was fine to eat after that. So I do like a runnier porridge. There's nothing worse than sitting and force feeding yourself this thick, stodgy bowl of porridge. I also am meant to add either 20 grams of dark chocolate or 20 grams of peanut butter. Now, I purposely don't add this to this meal because I'll show you why later. You'll think I'm crazy for doing this, but I prefer it in another meal, just to make it taste a little bit better. So it's not going in this meal, it will be in my next meal. And another top tip I've got for you, this is what I've been starting doing for like the last 3 weeks. I do really struggle with my water intake. I always have done. I do drink about 2 to 3 litres of water every single day now. However, I do have this trick, and it really does help if you're feeling really hungry or have some cravings, just to sort of like ease them. And it's so simple. So basically I just cut up some lemon and I just have it with sparkling water. And if you're like a fizzy drink lover, just having that fizz just helps to either cure your fizzy cravings, or if you're feeling like you want to snack on sugary foods, just have some of the fizzy water. Honestly, like, it can settle your mind for a little bit. So yeah, I just make this up in the morning, and then when it needs refilling, I just refill it during the day basically. So I always just have lemons available, loads of sparkling water. I put it in the fridge so it's nice and cold, and then I just add it to my drink. You may find that also, obviously, because this is carbonated, having some like sparkling water or anything with fizz can bloat you, but it does genuinely go away the next morning, so I don't stress about it too much. So I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to update you on my prep this week. So I checked in with Dan yesterday, and it honestly has been my best week so far. Like, I'm super happy with my check-in, which is the first one that I've actually genuinely been happy about. I did start to worry. I already had been pulled from my September show and moved to a November show, and I genuinely thought the way things were going recently, I was going to get pulled from the November show and just said, look, you're not going to be ready this year, and have to then go again for next year, which is something I didn't really want to do. Like, I've been prepping since May, and I've put so much work and effort and grind into this prep, and it was frustrating. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was getting so frustrated. I was like, why is nothing happening? Why is my body not changing? Everyone else seemed to just like be 12 weeks out and look basically like they're about to go on stage, and I've just still got so much body fat to lose, and I've literally been working so hard. Anyway, this week I've actually lost 0.9 kg, so basically nearly a kilogram in a week, and I have been on low days all this week, which meant basically that I did 50 minutes of cardio every day. And for some reason this week, like, things have just turned. Like, I can start to see like a little bit of definition in my shoulders now, whereas like last week or the weeks before, like, I just couldn't see anything. I just literally just felt like I was still on a bulk, even though like my calories had been cut. I just genuinely think that my body takes a long time to respond to these changes. So I have been getting a larger drop every week now. I think the week before it was like 6 kg, not 6 kg, I wish, 0.6 kg, and the week before. So they are starting to increase. I'm going to speak about whether I am actually going to compete in November in a couple of weeks. I'm pushing it all the way to November to realise actually you were never going to be ready. And it's a lot of stress on your body, and it's emotionally draining, it's physically draining, and there's just no point in going through that if you're actually not going to end up getting on stage. So we're going to assess that situation in a couple of weeks. It's looking more positive now than what it was before. So we're going to see how things go this week. So I'm on 2 high days this week, which means that I've got no cardio today, and I didn't have cardio yesterday. So the rest of the week I'll be doing my cardio, and my carbohydrates have been higher today, and they were a little bit higher yesterday as well, for my high day. So that's just basically like a little refeed to give me some energy, and then we go back onto low days. Fingers crossed, things just carry on this way. If I can lose like this sort of amount each week, then I think I'm going to be fine. If it starts to go back where I'm only like dropping like 0.2, 0.3, then I don't think I'm going to get lean enough to be on stage. And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not I have lost a lot of weight since I started my prep. It's just a different level of leanness you need to be able to get on stage. Okay, so we're back for meal number 2 now. By the way, you're just going to have to excuse me. You might see me in several outfits today just because I'm doing clothing review videos whilst doing this video. So that's why my outfit keeps changing. But we've got meal number 2 here. So this is basically so simple. It's basically salad and 100 grams of chicken. For my next meal, I get some carbs, which I'm very looking forward to. So yeah, so this is meal number 2. This is meal number 2, so it's really simple. It's basically just salad and 100 grams of chicken on there, and that's basically it. I don't really know what else to say other than that. It's a chicken salad. I'm excited to have this. On the chicken, I've just got a little bit of salt and pepper and some paprika, just to give it a little bit of flavour. I've just made this tea, and I'm quite interested to have it actually. I just thought I'd show you anyway. It's from Myova. Basically, it's a pre and post menstrual support. It's basically a loose leaf tea. It's a herbal tea, and it's supposed to support you like the week before your menstrual cycle and the week during your menstrual cycle. So it contains rosemary leaf, it's got cinnamon bark, nettle leaf, dandelion leaf, lemon balm leaf, rose petals and vitamin B6. So it helps to maintain a normal blood glucose level. It contains lemon balm to support relaxation and normal sleep. And then the rose petals help to maintain a comfortable menstrual cycle. So I'm going to give it a go. It's vegan friendly. And basically all you do is you put... Oh, by the way, it smells amazing. Like so good. This is what it looks like. I'm so glad I didn't get that all over the kitchen side. So yeah, you just put 2 teaspoons of that into the diffuser and put it into hot water, leave it for 5 minutes and then drink it. I've not actually tried it yet, but I'm gonna wait for it to brew and then I'm gonna see what it's like. So I'm gonna go and eat this and drink this tea, and then I will be back for meal number 3. So just thought I'll give you a quick tea update. So it's actually really nice. It tastes a little bit like chamomile tea, but just like with a little bit more of a spice and a little bit more flavour than chamomile tea. It's not like bitter or like undrinkable. Like you can drink this and it's quite relaxing. I would say it would definitely make a good like tea before bed. But yeah, no, I could 100% drink that every single day. So I'm going to give this a go for this cycle and actually see if it actually helps. But yeah, I'm going to eat this and then I'll be back again, as I said earlier, for meal number 3. So we're getting ready now for meal number 3. So I haven't actually got any food prepared. So I have started a little bit earlier, and I will prepare my meals for the next like 3 days, and this normally feeds myself and Billy as well. Probably not 3 days, it probably lasts us 2 days because Billy does have a lot of food. My meal number 2 and my meal number 3 could either be chicken as my protein option or the 2% turkey mince. So basically what I do is I cook them both and then I can alternate whichever one I fancy, because I go through phases where one day I can't stand the thought of eating turkey mince, and then another day I really don't want chicken. So just having both options there kind of means that I've got a little bit of variety. And then for my carbohydrates, I either have some potatoes or I have white rice. Now again, I have either or, so I can have either on my plan. It doesn't matter if I have potatoes or white rice, as long as I just have the one. So again, I basically batch cook the potatoes and then just warm them up when I need them. And then the rice, I literally just have microwave packets from Aldi. That one bag will last me 2 meals anyway. I'm not gonna bore you and show you how I cook it, but potatoes go in the air fryer for about 45 minutes. I just season them with salt and pepper and a little bit of smoked paprika. And chicken breasts also go in the air fryer, and I cook them for about 23 minutes. They are the mini fillets, so they're not the breasts. I prefer my chicken just cut up. I mean, you could just buy a normal breast and cut it yourself. That's completely up to you. And then what we do with the turkey mince is we cook it in a pan, and we'll either add like green beans, we'll add mushroom or onion, just to get some vegetables in instead of like having salad. You've got your veg and your protein all in a dish to microwave, and then you just add either your rice or your potato. So I'm going to get cooking now, but I will come back on here and show you basically everything when it's prepared, and then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to have my meal number 3. You'll see I have rice more than I do potato, and I'll show you why in a second. Okay, so the meals are all done now. They're all ready. We've got some nice, delightful turkey mince. I didn't have any like green beans or mange tout or anything to put in there, so I've just put mushrooms and onion in there. And then we have some seasoned paprika, salt and pepper potatoes. And then I did accidentally go a little bit overboard on the seasoning. And what I also do is I add a little bit of water once I've seasoned the chicken to sort of like make a paste. I find that when you then reheat it, it doesn't go as dry and doesn't seem as chewy as well. It like keeps it like nice and soft and not watery, but you know what I mean, it's just not dry. Chicken here, ready to go. It's just going to make up my meal number 3 now. So I'm having chicken and I'm having rice and just a little bit of salad with it. Okay, so I've just sat down with meal number 3. So I've got 100 grams of chicken, I've got 70 grams of rice, and I've got my salad on there. So what I do, this peanut butter is supposed to go in my porridge, and it's supposed to go in my yogurt bowl. However, I find that I can eat that quite well without peanut butter. So what I do is I get 20 grams of peanut butter and I add it to the rice, because it reminds me a little bit of like satay rice, and it just gives it a little bit more flavour than white rice. So that is why I save my peanut butter and don't put it in my breakfast. It's just like these little things that just get you through prep. My carbs have been cut on my low days. I only actually get my oats and then either rice or potato once a day. Potato or rice with my steak meal, but that's been taken out now. That was taken out last week. So the carbohydrates are slowly coming down. I've made up a little concoction which looks very appetizing, I know. So in here, it's just got a lemon, it's got sparkling water because I prefer to have my greens with sparkling water. Like, you probably think I'm some sort of crazy person, but all you do is basically put a teaspoon in there. And this is an organic one. It's got a blend of 9 superfoods. Basically just helps me to sort of like get in my nutrients, because my food is coming down now quite a bit. So I'm just sitting down to have my meal number 4. So it literally is just 100 grams of steak, seasoned with a bit of salt and pepper, and then just with some iceberg lettuce and cucumber. So again, something really nice. Steak is nice, to be fair. And I should think myself lucky that I get a steak every single day, because it is a nice meat to have, I suppose. So I can't really complain with this meal. It is just like a steak salad. So nothing too hard to eat. So I'm going to tuck into this, and then I've just got one more meal to show you, which is my meal number 5, which I will have a little bit later on.
Always hold you down. Your heart